He comes from a lineage of great sages, yogis, and saints from India. He began his spiritual journey at the age of 7 and was fully realized by the age of 14. During this time, he delved into different practices and acquired mastery over Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, Aghori practices, and Yaksha sadhana. He was a siddha, and many masters, saints, and sages used to visit him in solitude to gain wisdom and guidance from him since the tender age. Although he has been helping humanity since childhood, he never disclosed this part of him to the world, and only the advanced yogis and masters were aware of his divine presence. Only in the last 2 years he chose few people from the world and started guiding them in their spiritual paths, and those who have been closely associated with him have witnessed many miracles in his presence. Despite being a family person, he is a yogi and intends to help people entangled in this world achieve Jivan Mukti, liberation while being alive. He is truly in the world but not of the world, and if you really want to understand him, look him beyond his physical appearance and just sit with him, and you will never be the same again. In his presence you will transcend your body and mind and experience the state of Sat, absolute truth, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, eternal bliss. Let us fold our hands in front of his divinity and with a heart filled with gratitude and love welcome our spiritual guru, the realized soul, and our enlightened master, Guru Meenakshi Mishra.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Aham Brahmasmi. So good evening everyone, and good morning to the people from the other side. स्वागत है आप सभी का to this I don't know like how many numbers we have already crossed. So 135, 36, I don't know, might be 146. और 4 सेशन में 150 भी कर लेंगे, चलो कोई बात नहीं. So here we are, and as it is a Q&A session. Okay, so Sunil ji has already raised his hand, so good. So we can take that up. In the meantime, there are a few other questions that people have posted to me. So I'll just take that up as well.
Yes,
Sunil.
Ji,
So I think you're prepared today, I believe.
Sorry, Patanjali Sutra में पतंजलि 9 अवगुण बताते हैं जो मोक्ष के मार्ग में अविदा करते हैं. तो वो 9 अवगुण आप प्लीज बताएंगे, एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, कर सकते हैं, और एंड हाउ टू नॉट fall in the hurdles of that.
Okay, ठीक है. So ये जो क्वेश्चन है पूरे नवगुणों के बारे में बात करते हुए, एंड देन टू एलैबोरेट दैट, इसके लिए तो सेशन ही होगा. ओके, तो सुनील जी कैसे करेंगे? लाइक यू वांट टू हैव ए जस्ट क्रैश कोर्स करना चाहेंगे या हाउ डू यू वांट टू?
आप गुरु जी आप बताइए.
So rather than doing it as a crash course this Sunday, we can do the entire session on that.
Okay.
I think that would be better. शायद आपको भी नहीं, सबको, हम सबके लिए भी एक अच्छा ही, it would be a reminder for all of us again. So we can generally go with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, और एक question है फिर then.
हाँ, I have seen like you have a notebook with you.
Yeah. So maybe this is a smaller question. सो मैं अपने योगा गुरुजी से बात कर रहा था, मेरे गुरुजी से बात कर मतलब योगासन के गुरुजी से।
ओके
तो मैंने बोल रहे थे कि मेरा मेरे देवता मेरे चक्र है मूलधारा चक्र और उनके देवता है गणेश जी।
ओके
तो हम गणेश जी की पूजा करना चाहिए। तो फिर क्वेश्चन आया कि आ, इस सारे चक्रों के कोई भगवान होते हैं और उनके भगवान के फिर कैसे पूजा करना चाहिए और क्या करना चाहिए, वो क्वेश्चन है।
ओके दैट्स गुड। सुनिए लाइक जो 6 चक्र जो हम जानते हैं और तो 7वां चक्र जो है ब्रह्म, so all these 6 7 chakras that we speak of, okay, every space has a particular deity with that। हर एक जगह पे एक देवी देवता का स्थान दिया गया है, उसी हिसाब से उसके मींस इफ यू गो टू द पेटल्स आल्सो, उसके मंत्र भी वैसे ही हो जाते हैं और उसके हिसाब से कौन सा देवी देवता वहां पे स्थापित है उस हिसाब से हो जाता है। जैसे कि सात्विक स्वरूप में अगर आप देखोगे तो गणेश, शिव, काली, ब्रह्मा, ये सारे एक एक जगह पे स्थित हैं इसमें। सो जब आपके योगा टीचर ने आपको बताया कि व्हेन यू आर स्पेशली फोकसिंग ऑन द मूलाधार चक्र, बिकॉज दैट इज द बेस, दैट इज वेयर वी स्टार्ट एवरीथिंग, तो वहां पे किसको स्थापित किया गया है? गणेश जी को। क्यों? क्योंकि हु इज द विघ्नहर्ता, मीन्स ही। और सब सब चीजों में क्या किया जाता है? व्हेन एवर वी स्टार्ट एनीथिंग इट शुड बी द फर्स्ट, अग्रज हैं वो। सो उनकी पूजा सेवा उन्हीं से शुरू होती है। So whenever anybody starts with these chakras also, it is good. Like when you are at a basic level, you should do all this puja। उनके जाप करने से आपके चक्रों में वो ऊर्जा बनती है, like it creates that energy that helps you to activate those kind of chakras। Yes, और it has another way of looking at it as well। जैसे कि सात्विक तरीके से भी देखा जा सकता है और एक तंत्र विधि से भी देखा जा सकता है। सो जैसे आप गणेश और ये सारे देवी देवताओं का जो स्थान दिया गया है उसमें चक्रों में, उसी भांति तंत्र में भी लाकिनी, डाकिनी, शाकिनी जो भी हैं उन सब का भी एक एक स्वरूप और स्थापना की गई है। क्योंकि जब भी कभी कोई देवी देवता वहां पे स्थापित होता है तो उनके गण उनके साथ चलते हैं। सो उन गणों के साथ, सो व्हेन ही सेड लाइक यू शुड डू दैट, आप गणेश की पूजा कर सकते हो और या तो उनके मंत्र करने चाहिए, इट इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन, इट्स गुड। एक चीज क्या हो जाता है ना सुनील जी, लाइक हम जब चक्रों की बात करते हैं स्पेशली, इट शुड बी डन अंडर द परफेक्ट गाइडेंस ऑफ समवन हु नोज इट हाउ टू कंट्रोल दैट, राइट। तो उसी बात ही हम क्या करते हैं ना, वे इफ वी ऐड दिस काइंड ऑफ पूजा टू दैट, उस स्थल के जो, अगर सरस्वती है तो सरस्वती देवी की, अगर काली है तो काली की, शिव है तो शिव का, गणेश है तो गणेश का, जब उनकी साधनाएं उसके साथ करते हैं ना, सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज वो जो उग्र रूप को वो शांत रूप कर देते हैं। So that becomes like a cushion, right? So it does not allow you to fail in those space, and at the same time they don't allow you to divert from that space। नहीं तो कभी कभी क्या हो जाता है, वो ऊर्जा ऐसे आती है, like it goes like very like a rocket speed, it will go up and it falls like a thunder। that is very dangerous। so when you are doing all this sadhana, especially chakra activation करते हो, क्योंकि वो भेदन है, it is not climbing, it is like piercing through। So when you are piercing it through, if you have the guidance, if you have the support of the deities, it becomes much easier for all of us, because they will always be, क्योंकि वो हितकारी देवता हैं, they always think about the good of you, so they don't allow you any bad thing to happen in that space। तो उनकी साधना अगर उसके साथ की जाती है, it is absolutely fine and it is recommended as well। वो करनी चाहिए। जैसे आप दुर्गा सप्तशती जो करते हैं लोग, राइट, दुर्गा सप्तशती अपने आप में बहुत ही दिव्य शक्ति का स्रोत है वो, लाइक इट इज ह्यूज, लाइक एवरीथिंग इज देयर इन दैट सप्तशती। लेकिन जब नवाण मंत्र करते हैं तो नवाण मंत्र के सामने कई बार ये प्रश्न आ जाता है कि ओम लगाना चाहिए नहीं लगाना चाहिए। व्हाई दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑल्सो, व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग दिस इज समवट रिलेटेड टू दैट, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम जस्ट, तो आपको क्लियर हो जाए। तो नवाण मंत्र में 9 अक्षर होने चाहिए। 9 9 मीन्स 9, बाण मतलब अक्षर, तो 9 अक्षरों का जो मंत्र है तो उसे नवाण मंत्र कहते हैं। तो नवाण मंत्र जो है उसमें ओम लगा देते हैं कुछ लोग। पहले जो शक्ति के साधक रहे हैं वो लोग ओम नहीं लगाते थे, वो सीधा सीधा नवाण मंत्र पढ़ते थे, क्योंकि उसमें इतनी ऊर्जा जनरेट होती है कि बॉडी पूरा हीटेड अप हो जाएगा। इट विल हीट अप योर बॉडी लाइक यू आर सिटिंग ऑन ए स्टव। उस तरीके की ऊर्जा बनती है उसमें। इसीलिए क्या किया गया बाद में, बिकॉज वी आर स्लोली, गृहस्थ लोग हैं ना तो उतना ऊर्जा संभाल पाएंगे नहीं पाएंगे, इसलिए उसको ओम लगा दिया गया उससे पहले, तो वो नबाण नहीं होके दसाण हो गया. सो इट इज नाउ ऑफ ए 10 लेटर वर्ड. लेकिन वो ओम लगने के कारण इट गिव्स द कूलिंग इफेक्ट. सो इट डज नॉट हीट अप द थिंग सो मच. एंड ओम एनीवेज वो ब्रह्म का शब्द है, तो उसको लगा के आज के डेट में लोग करते हैं. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई से, whenever you are doing the activation of the chakras, you have the clear cut instructions for that, you know about it, and then work on that. These are not things to be fearful of, but if you drive a car, see, driving a car is not bad, but if you do a rash driving,
Yeah.
that's the only difference, right? So similarly, chakra activation is not a problem. है कभी कभी I look into this YouTube videos, कभी कभी आते हैं चक्र एक्टिवेट मत करो पागल हो जाओगे. इफ यू डोंट नो, किस कोई भी चीज आपको पागल कर सकता है. So you should know all these things, and if you are doing that, no problem. But find the right guidance for that.
Sure.
Okay. और सुनील जी धन्यवाद, लाइक आपने एक अच्छा सेशन करने के लिए एक मौका दे दिया हमको. तो संडे का एक और बुक हो गया. So I was thinking, what should I speak of? Like, we can take up these 9 problematic things that stop us, especially from achieving the moksha or the liberation part. So thank you for that. Any other questions if you have any?
Sir, I was also curious about शिव जी कहाँ बैठते हैं.
Okay.
ऐसे वो, हाँ.
Okay. I don't know if we have the recording of that, but there was a decoding of all the chakras actually that I did. I'm not sure if it is available. YouTube पे available नहीं होगा, because at that time we were just recording it over Zoom, I believe.
Okay.
In that space, we were discussing why the chakras are created, how the chakras are created, why there is a particular mantra in that space, who told that that mantra is for that particular space. And all those things have been decoded in that, and how, especially you have, ठीक है, no problem, because I don't think it is available on YouTube. We'll try to get that done as well, because it was really a beautiful session. And I will ask Haribhai, if he finds it on Zoom or it is recorded somewhere, he can post it in the group. You people can really have a great time with that, because it has been like decoded in such simple ways. Like, if you once hear that, you will have a clear cut clarity on that part. Okay, Haribhai, thank you. So Haribhai says like he will be checking on that, so that if you can just post it, I will be saving a lot of energy on that part. That's it. If it is not there, then we will do it again. Okay.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Sunilji. Thank you so much. Coming to, there was one more question that somebody has posted. I think आभा जी ने पूछा था, रुद्राक्ष और चंदन की माला, वही था रुद्राक्ष और. ओके, जस्ट अ सेकंड, लेट मी सी दैट. नहीं तो एक बार आभा जी आप अनम्यूट कीजिए.
गुरुजी, रुद्राक्ष एंड तुलसी
तुलसी का माला बिल्कुल चल सकता है, कोई बात नहीं, कोई भेद नहीं है नारायण और शिव में. और शायद
तो
आपने
इकट्ठा धारण किया जा सकता है.
धारण किया जा सकता है, बिल्कुल बिना कोई शंका के धारण किया जा सकता है. लेकिन शंका जब लोगों के मन में पसती है, जैसे कि आपने सुना होगा कि जगन्नाथ जी के पास एक खिचड़ी का भोग लगता है रोज सुबह का. ठीक है. वो जो रोज सुबह जो खिचड़ी का भोग लगता है, वो लेडी जो थी वो थी गुजरात की. ठीक है, सॉरी राजस्थान की वो थी. लेकिन उनके पिता बड़े जगन्नाथ के भक्त थे. तो आप जानते होंगे उस कहानी में, वो आके लास्ट में अपने पिताजी जब गुजर गए, ब्यूटीफुल स्टोरी देयर. कैन आई टेल दैट? सारे लोग जान जाए तो. I'm just there was a particular name for that lady. I'm missing that, but I will post that. कहानी कुछ ऐसी है कि लाइक आवाजी क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, उसका उत्तर आपको मिल जाएगा कि मैंने कहा कि क्यों दोनों साथ में धारण किया जा सकता है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
ठीक है. तो एक बार की बात है कि एक व्यक्ति थे जो कि मतलब कृष्ण के बड़े भक्त थे. ठीक है. और कृष्ण की भक्ति में इतने लीन थे कि मतलब ज्यादा धन नहीं था, लेकिन बड़े खुश थे. और उनकी सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक बेटी थी. तो बेटी जब छोटी सी थी, शायद उनकी माता जी गुजर गए होंगे, तो पिताजी को हमेशा देखती थी कि कृष्ण की पूजा करते हुए. तो पिता भी क्या करते, रोज जैसे जैसे पुत्री बड़ी हुई, उसको भी सेवा करने का मौका देने लगे, उसको भी सिखाने लगे कि कैसी पूजा हो. एक समय की बात है जब उनको कहीं बाहर जाना पड़ता है, कहीं कुछ तीर्थ स्थान पे. तो वो कहते हैं, बेटी अभी तो तू बड़ी हो गई है, तो एक काम कर, अब से कृष्ण जी को संभालना तेरा काम, मैं कुछ दिन भ्रमण पे जाता हूँ, तो यू हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ ऑल दिस पार्ट बाय व्हेन आई एम गोइंग देयर. उनको बता देते कि देख रोज सुबह मैं कैसे भोग लगाता हूँ, भोग लगाने के बाद ही उनके पिताजी कुछ भी ग्रहण करते थे। सो पहले फर्स्ट ही विल ऑफर इट टू कृष्ण एंड आफ्टर द प्रसाद हैज बीन डन, आफ्टर दैट ही विल ईट, बिफोर दैट वो कुछ नहीं खाते, ही वोंट ईट एनीथिंग एट दैट। तो ये बच्ची देखी थी। सो पिताजी कहते हैं कि लाइक यू हैव टू पुट द प्रसाद फर्स्ट टू कृष्ण एंड आफ्टर दैट यू कैन ईट एंड कंज्यूम दैट। तो ये क्या करती है छोटी बच्ची, ठीक है कहती है लाइक आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ इट। फादर मूव्स। मैं अभी दोनों लैंग्वेज में बोलना पड़ेगा बिकॉज आई थिंक देयर वुड बी अ कंफ्यूजन
कोई
बिकॉज सम
प्रॉब्लम
पीपल।
नहीं।
ओके।
ठीक है, ठीक है।
सो क्या होता है लाइक व्हेन द फादर गोज, द नेक्स्ट डे मॉर्निंग द गर्ल वेक्स अप, वो बच्ची उठती है और कृष्ण के लिए क्या करती है, खिचड़ी बनाती है। खिचड़ी बना देती है और व्हेन शी कुक्स दैट एंड शी पुट्स इट इन फ्रंट ऑफ कृष्णा। सुबह सुबह घर का काम काज सब साफ करके नहा धो के खिचड़ी बना के भगवान के सामने रख देती है। व्हेन शी पुट्स इट इन फ्रंट ऑफ द गॉड एंड शी सेज नाउ प्रभु खाओ, नाउ यू कैन ईट। प्रभु कुछ नहीं खाते। तो ये कहती है ओके डू वन थिंग, यू टेक योर टाइम, आई विल कंप्लीट ऑल द हाउस वर्क, घर का जो भी काम है खत्म करके तब तक आते तुम तब तक खा लो।
हाँ,
When she returns, still the thali is full, nothing has changed, कुछ नहीं बदला उसमें। और जब कुछ भी नहीं बदला, ये लड़की वहां सामने बैठ गई, क्यों नहीं खा रहे हो, पेट खराब है, भूख नहीं है, व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम, व्हाई आर नॉट ईटिंग, मेरा खाना पसंद नहीं आ रहा। See, all that a small little girl can do. And then also the plate remains as is. Then she says, okay, if you don't eat, my father also never eats without giving you, so I will also not eat. She sat there, दिन भर बैठ गई। It went afternoon, evening, it's almost night. She's still sitting there. The bhog is also kept there. And now she is just waiting, like when you will eat, then only I will eat. Now Krishna को दया आ गई, His grace. अब मूर्ति से बोल पड़े। He started saying like, अरे पर्दा तो तूने किया ही नहीं, you have not put on the curtain. How do you expect me to eat? Then this girl say, अरे इतनी सी बात तुम सुबह से बोल सकते थे ना, अभी तक मुझे भूखा रखा, खुद भूखे रहे। So what she does, she pulls the curtain and all the food has been consumed. बोले प्रभु भोग लगा, अब चलो। And this became a daily activity for her. रोज सुबह क्या करती, खाना बना देती, like she would to prepare खिचड़ी, put it in front of it, put the curtain and भगवान पूरा भोग खा जाते।
पता है।
And now she grew up and even grew old. She continued to do the same thing. And after that she started moving to different places. जितने धर्मस्थली है वो सारे जगह पर अपने कृष्ण को साथ में लेके घूमना शुरू करी। Finally, towards the end of her life, she visited Puri, Jagannath. And she finally thought like, this is the place I should reside. And she found a small little place where she can live and she stayed there. एक छोटी सी कुटिया में वो रहने लगी, अपना उधर का जो भी धन था सब बेच बाच के वहां आके रहने लगी, बिकॉज ये जगन्नाथ का धाम है, सो आई विल स्टे हियर एंड आई विल डू व्हाटएवर आई डू। अब क्या हुआ, one day when she started living in Puri, she used to do her chanting and all those things. She should start making the food. And every day the same प्रसाद, सुबह सिर्फ और सिर्फ खिचड़ी बनाती है और कुछ नहीं आता उसको, तो खिचड़ी बनाती। One day she is feeding Krishna, तभी और एक लड़का आया, another boy comes and he says, माँ क्या मैं अंदर आ सकता हूँ? तो ये कहते आप आ जाओ, नहीं मुझे बहुत भूख लगी है, आई एम टू हंग्री, कैन यू गिव मी समथिंग? ओके आ जाओ अंदर, आ जाओ, जो भी है खा लो। सो शी कॉल्स एंड शी फीड्स द अ लिटिल बिट खिचड़ी टू हिम आल्सो, वो भी खा लेता है। और एंड ही आस्क्स कैन आई कम एवरी डे, योर खिचड़ी इज रियली टेस्टी, कैन आई कम एवरी डे? शी सेड या अप टू यू, मैं अकेली रहती हूँ, तू आके रोज खा के जाएगा, मुझे क्या प्रॉब्लम। So that's how that also started continuing every day. लेकिन क्या होता था अभी, what she saw is that kid started coming early and early every day. सुबह सुबह आना शुरू कर देता, तब तक खिचड़ी नहीं बनती क्योंकि इसको घर का काज सब करके नहा धो के उसके बाद प्रसाद बनाती भगवान का। ये सोची कि कृष्ण तो संभाल लेंगे, लेकिन ये दिस किड, दिस छोटा सा बच्चा जो है, वो जो रोज आता है वो जल्दी आता है, उसको शायद भूख लगी होगी, तो मुझे थोड़ा जल्दी खाना बनाना चाहिए। तो जल्दी खाना बनाने के लिए व्हाट शी यूज्ड टू डू इज, शी यूज्ड टू वेक अप इन द मॉर्निंग, डिड नॉट टेक एनी शावर, डिडंट डू एनी ऑफ द हाउस चोर्स, स्टार्ट टू कुक एंड कीप द प्रसाद फॉर कृष्णा लाइक दैट, एंड द बॉय वुड कम एंड विल फीड इट, गो। ये चलने लगा। रोज सुबह सुबह बिना नहाए, बिना कुछ घर साफ किए वो पूजा करने लगी, भोग चढ़ाने लगी, और वो लड़का रोज आता। किसी दिन एक ब्राह्मण वहां से गए, लाइक देयर वाज अ ब्राह्मण पर्सन हु वेंट थ्रू दैट, एंड वो देखा कि ये बिना नहाए बैठ के भोग लगा रही है। तो ब्राह्मण कहते हैं कि तू बिना नहाए बिना धोए ऐसे भोग नहीं लगाते, स्वच्छ होके उसके बाद प्रसाद बनाओ, उसके बाद भगवान को वैसे चढ़ाते, ऐसे नहीं चढ़ाते। ना सोचो एक बार, भगवान जिसके हाथ से खाते हैं उसको भी ज्ञान देते हैं लोग। हाँ, सो उसको कहते हैं कि नहीं नहीं, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए। वो बोले ठीक है भगवान, जैसा आप बोले। दूसरे दिन सुबह फिर नॉर्मल एज यूजुअल अपना समय लेते हुए नहा धो के खाना बना के खिचड़ी बना के सामने रखती है। ये लड़का आके तब से वेट कर रहा है, जैसे ही खिचड़ी आता है खा पी के भाग जाता है, बिना हाथ धोए बिना मुंह धोए भाग जाता है। भाग के जाता है, तभी क्या होता है, जगन्नाथ जी के पट खोलने वाले हैं। जब जब मेन पंडा जो है वो जब जाके दरवाजा खोलता है, वो क्या देखता है, भगवान के मुंह में खिचड़ी लगी हुई है, हाथों में खिचड़ी लगी हुई है। तो ये पूछते हैं, मंदिर में तो पिछले 4-5 दिनों में भी खिचड़ी नहीं बनी, तो ये खिचड़ी कहां से लगी इनके मुंह पे, फ्रॉम वेयर डिड ही गॉट दिस। तब पंडा ध्यान में बैठता है, बोलता है कि ये क्या है प्रभु, ये कैसी माया है, ये खिचड़ी कहां से लग गई आपको। तो वो ध्यान में बैठता है, उस दिन रात को निद्रा में जाता है, राजा भी सो रहा है, पंडा भी सो रहा है, दोनों को एक ही सपना आया। दोनों को ये सपना आया कि मुझे ना उसके हाथ की खिचड़ी बहुत पसंद है। और वो क्या हुआ कि मैं रोज सुबह जाता था, खा के आता था, अब वो देर कर रही है, वो देर करने के कारण मैं आज हाथ मुंह धो नहीं पाया, आ गया तो ये लगा हुआ है मुंह पे। तो दिस इज हाउ इट इज। अब राजा सुबह जाता है पंडा के पास, बोलता है मैंने सपना देखा। पंडा बोला मैंने भी सपना देखा। बोला अच्छा तूने क्या सपना देखा। सो बोथ टोल्ड द स्टोरी एंड बोथ द स्टोरीज आर सेम। अब बोले कोई एक सपना देखे तो भी कुछ हो सकता था, दोनों एक ही सपना देखे। अब ढूंढने लगे कि वो ब्राह्मण किधर गया जिसने इसको रोका। They didn't search for the lady first, they searched for the ब्राह्मण की who has actually stopped it। वो ब्राह्मण मिला, उस ब्राह्मण को पूछेगी कि कहाँ जाके तूने क्या बोला है। सो ही सेड नहीं नहीं मुझे तो याद नहीं, नहीं कोई खिचड़ी खिलाती है भगवान को। बोलती कि हाँ वहां पे रहती है औरत, वो रोज सुबह बिना नहाए खिचड़ी दे रही थी, तो मैंने उसको कहा कि नहा धो के पूजा किया कर। बोले वो कहा है, लेके चल हमको। तो वो लेके आती है इनके पास। और तब जब आगे ये सारे लोग आते हैं तो उसको कहते हैं कि ये माता तेरे हाथ से खाने के लिए वो भाग के आता है, ये पर्दा करे तो ये खा लेता है, तुझको हम क्या सिखाएं। और समय रहते राजा ने ये कह दिया कि अब से तू रोज वो खिचड़ी तू लेके जाएगी वहां, मेरे प्रभु क्यों वहां तक यहाँ के भाग के आए, तू ही लेके जा रहा हो सुबह। ये होते होते काल क्रम से उसने अपना शरीर परित्याग किया और ब्रह्म में लीन हो गई। लेकिन आज तक वो खिचड़ी का भोग रोज सुबह लगता है। द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट जगन्नाथ ईट्स इज खिचड़ी। वो आज तक चल रहा है। तो आभा जी इतनी बड़ी कहानी में आपका आंसर कहाँ है। आपका आंसर सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक लाइन में है। उसने उसे कहा कि नहा धो के पूजा कर, उसके बाद खाना दे, भगवान खाएगा। बट हियर ऑल दैट थिंग वाज मैटरिंग इज द इनोसेंस, all that mattered was that faith, all that mattered was she was not expecting anything in return in that space। कुछ नहीं चाहिए था उसे, वो बस भक्ति में थी, दैट्स इट, और कुछ नहीं था। तो जब आप भक्ति से दोनों माला डालो या 4 मालाएं डालो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होने वाला। हाँ, बुद्धिजीवी बहुत कुछ कह सकते हैं आपको, ये रुद्राक्ष और तुलसी एक ही साथ कैसे, क्यों नहीं हो सकता भाई, दोनों पेड़ से ही निकलते हैं, एक नर एक नारायण। सो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है भाई। अगर आपका मन कहता है ना कि ये मैं पहन सकती हूँ, बिल्कुल पहनो,
और
बेधड़क
बिल्कुल
पहनो, बेधड़क पहनो। देर इज नो प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल इन दैट। ठीक है, जब आपके बनाए हुए हाथ के खिचड़ी खाने को भगवान तैयार है, तो माला पहन लेने से क्या गुस्सा हो जाएगा वो? आई डोंट थिंक सो, इट वोंट बी। ओके, तो आवाजी बिल्कुल पहन सकते हैं, नॉट एन इश्यू। ठीक है, धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू गुरुजी, थैंक यू, प्रणाम गुरुजी।
हाँ,
Thank you. Kamlendra ji, please unmute yourself.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव।
प्रणाम कमलेंद्र जी, मैंने आपका मैसेज देखा है रिगार्डिंग योर इष्ट देवी का। अगर मंत्र के साथ आप हवन करना चाहते हैं रोज, इससे अच्छी बात कोई नहीं हो सकती, बिल्कुल करना चाहिए। कोई पाबंदी नहीं है उसके ऊपर। साथ ही साथ आपने ये पूछा है कि उनके साथ कौन से देवी देवताओं का मंत्र होने चाहिए, किनकी आहुति देनी चाहिए। तो कुछ चीजों को आप ध्यान में रखें। जैसे ही पहले शुरू करते हैं तो गणपति से शुरू होगा, गुरु गणपति को याद करें। मतलब अगर गुरु के नाम से नहीं हो सकता है तो ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश से शुरू करके उसके बाद गणपति, उसके बाद जिस विधि से हम रोज सुबह की पूजा करते हैं उसके बाद कौन आ जाएगा, भैरव आ जाएंगे। उसके बाद आपके कुल देवी देवता, इष्ट देवी देवता, उसके बाद लक्ष्मी नारायण, उसके बाद आपके आगे शिव पार्वती, उसके बाद शिव का लिंग रूपी परिवार। ठीक है, उसके बाद अगर आप राम या कृष्ण किसी को देना चाहते हो वो कर सकते हो। उसके बाद हनुमान है, वो सेम विधि है। और लास्ट में एक ही काम कर लीजिएगा, जो भी नाम आपको अगर याद आ रहे हैं आप आहुति दे रहे हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। लास्ट में एक ही चीज कर सकते हैं, सर्व देवी देवताभ्याय स्वाहा। तो सारे देवी देवता, अगर मैं किसी का नाम मुझे याद भी ना रहा तो उनके नाम पे भी दे दो, तो दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन। अगर रोज कर पा रहे हो तो इससे अच्छी बात कोई नहीं है, क्योंकि कुल देवी देवता से ज्यादा या इष्ट देवी देवता से ज्यादा आपका हित और कोई नहीं सोच सकता। तो अगर इफ यू आर एम्पावरिंग देम, दैट
जी
विल बी रियली गुड। तो आप बिल्कुल कर सकते
गुरुदेव, एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन तो नहीं है, एक्सपीरियंस है ऐसा।
हैं।
जैसे पीछे भी मैंने बताया था कि मंत्र उच्चारण के समय जब माला जो भी कर रहे हैं
हम्म,
तो स्थिति बनती चली जा रही है कि भाई ये अलग हो रहा है, वो चीज अलग होती जा रही है। लेकिन आज स्थिति ऐसी बनी कि सामने से कोई पढ़ने शुरू कर दिया उसने, मतलब उसका पूरा चेहरा जो था, मंत्र मैं नहीं पढ़ रहा था वो पढ़ रहे थे।
हम्म,
तो एक ये है। दूसरे, एक एक्सपीरियंस अभी 2-3 दिन पहले हुआ, क्योंकि नॉर्मली हीलिंग वगैरह हम करते हैं तो रहता भी है, तो नॉर्मली वो सब प्रोसेस तो हम हैंडल करते ही रहते हैं हर वक्त। लेकिन ऐसे ही एक गेस्ट आए, वो अपनी आप बीती कुछ ना कुछ जो था उनका वो चलता रहा। बट जैसे ही वो गए ना, उसके बाद में टेम्परेचर बढ़ गया बॉडी का।
ओके,
एंड नो डाउट फिर एकदम हाउस का वो किया और क्लीनिंग किया, तो आधे एक घंटे के बाद में नॉर्मल हो गया सब।
ओके।
बट आई फेल्ट दैट डे कि एक जना आके अपना इतना रोना रो के एक शरीर का अगर बॉडी टेम्परेचर बढ़ा के चला जाता है,
हम्म।
तो मंदिर में तो क्या हालत होती होगी उसकी। वो तो मतलब वहां तो डेली सवेरे से लेके रात तक यही चलता रहता है।
बिल्कुल।
तो उसकी तो हालत पे दया आने लगी मेरे को। मैंने कहा, क्या वहां तो ठीक है, पंडित जी जो पूजा पाठ कर रहे हैं वो उससे और क्लीनिंग कर रहे हैं उनकी जगह की, बट इट्स रियली।
एक ही चीज है वहां पे कमलेंद्र जी, लाइक they are in such a higher realm, like all these things won't touch them actually. So,
हाँ
until
वो
they
ठीक
are
है,
they are
बिल्कुल।
benevolent enough. But yeah, as you rightly said, I can get your point because you are thinking in the perspective where यार लोग क्या कर रहे हैं जाके वहां पे। what are they doing there and why are they doing it? That's the question. But you see, they don't have any other way. उनको कोई मार्ग नहीं पता है, so what
सही।
can they do? They, all that they can do is go there and just cry or speak or say whatever it is.
हम्म,
That's their way of expressing themselves. So ठीक है, जिसने दुनिया बनाई वो अपना ख्याल रख ही लेता है और रख भी लेगा। Coming back to your experiences,
ठीक है।
And क्योंकि आपने जब कहा कि like you were sitting and somebody else was doing the chanting.
Yeah.
So was it the complete body or it was just a face?
No, today it was a face only. और बिल्कुल जैसे जो मंत्र मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ वो वहां से सामने से आ रहे थे.
All right, that is okay. That's a good sign actually. That shows like that is working out. जैसे हमने कहा था ना कि मंत्र पुरुष बनता है. So it is absolutely fine, no problem with that. वो होगा भी होगा वैसे ही. And during this Shivratri Holi, and especially during Holi time, many of you must have experienced certain things that is something different. Means in the sense like some of you even cannot share it here now. Because now you are so stunned with the things that you experience that आपको समझ में भी नहीं आ रहा कि ये क्या हो सकता है और ये कैसे हो सकता है. How is it even possible that it can happen? But let me tell you all these things when we are questioning, can this happen or not? I say, you have already experienced it. So you should not be questioning it whether it can happen or not. It has already happened. ये हुआ है. So when it is happening to you, that means you are also getting ready. कि आपके ऊपर अगर दृष्टिगोचर होने लगा है, like if it has started looking at you, focusing on you, it's a very good sign that things are happening in the right way. You are doing the things in the right way. शायद कभी कभी हमें ये डाउट आ जाता है, like at times we doubt like, is it really possible? मैं कौन सी साधना कर रहा हूँ? I have not done anything as such, then why this? And पिछले संडे से लेके आज तक I think 1, 2, 3 around 4 people have asked me again, who am I? I said, that's my favorite question. Why are you asking me? So they are again questioning कि मैं कौन? Because their experience has something so drastic that they are not even able to एक तरीके से कहा जाए तो हैंडल नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. दूसरे तरीके से ये कह सकते हैं कि सामने हो रहा है, विश्वास नहीं हो पा रहा है, ये कैसे हो सकता है. So all these things continue to happen, Kamlendra ji, like because पर्व काल था. मैंने कहा था ना कि उस दिन की ऊर्जा कुछ अलग रहती है. So क्योंकि पर्व काल था और ये सारे चीजें हो रहे थे, so experiences are really good. So these things actually don't create questions, these create answers for ourselves that okay, ये सामने बैठा है, ये तो वो नहीं है जो है, जो दिख रहा है, ये कुछ है. That is absolutely fine. No, what is the problem? So if you are able to see through that, क्योंकि देखो जो भी है वो सारे लोग पर्दा लगा के ही बैठते हैं. We won't just show up who we are. रीजन बड़ा सिंपल है, और एल्स हमें भी कोई मंदिर में बिठा देंगे लेके, फिर वही खिलाएंगे जो वो खिलाना चाहते हैं, पहनाएंगे वही जो वो पहनाना चाहते हैं, फिर हम अपनी मर्जी का क्या करें. सो इसीलिए आवरण जरूरी है. जिस दिन आप लोगों को भी सिखा दूंगा उस दिन आप लोगों को आवरण भी सिखाऊंगा, because that's how you have to camouflage yourself so that you just walk like a normal person in the streets. That's it. नहीं तो आपको चलने भी नहीं देंगे. So it is better the way we are. So होती है ये सारी शक्तियां, चलती हैं ये सारे शक्तियां हैं या. और जब आप मुझे पूछते मैं कौन हूं, तो मैं ये एक ही उत्तर देना चाहूंगा कि अपने आप को जान लो, मुझे जान लोगे. You realize yourself, that's it. Or yes, some people have experienced extreme things, which is good because whenever these kind of days and dates come, there is a focus on people, like when things are given to them without even their knowledge. How it can happen is it can be done like somebody just appears in front of you, like just somebody walks into your home and speaks about that. Or you are sleeping and you see a dream in that and it speaks. उससे भी भयंकर चीज होता है आप बैठे हो और वो सामने कुछ बोल रहा है, उससे भयंकर ये जो बोला आप भूल गए, whatever was told you forgot. That becomes more dangerous. You think like, oh my God, I missed it. No, no, nothing has been missed. ऐसा
वो तो
लगेगा
पूरे
कि
स्वप्न में बहुत बार हो चुका है। और सही बताएं तो जगन्नाथ जी से आने के बाद में है ना, अभी तक मतलब कल रात तक जो सोया हूँ, डेली रात को किसी ना किसी टेम्पल पे विजिट कर ही रहे हैं हम सब।
वेरी,
मतलब किसी ना किसी टेम्पल पे हम जा ही रहे हैं सारे जने, मतलब पूरा ग्रुप जो गया है ना। और हर बार ये हो रहा है मेरे साथ।
दैट्स गुड। सो और क्या कहें, लाइक फ्री में आप मंदिर दर्शन कर ले रहे हो और क्या, यू डोंट इवन हैव टू गो इन द लाइंस, यू डोंट हैव टू गो इन द क्यू, यू डोंट हैव टू ट्रैवल। दैट्स रियली गुड। एंड या मंत्र कई तरीके से आते हैं आपके पास।
जी।
At times you might have heard that some people were just sitting there and something like they felt like something was written on their tongue, something was written on their hand. ऐसा भी होता है, वो आके लिख के चले जाते हैं। They'll just say, okay, now look at me, and the moment you look at it, okay, now this. वो उपदेश दे के चले जाते हैं, आपको मंत्र दे के चले जाते हैं। In that space, you don't even know like how come this can be possible, because I'm seeing that person on the other side on the camera, but I'm seeing the same person in front of me now and he's speaking. तो ये कौन है? अगर वो वहां बैठा है तो ये कौन है जो मेरे सामने है अभी? Because how can the things happen or that person exist in two places? And that too, I'm not dreaming because I'm sitting and doing meditation. How is it possible? One way I'm hearing the voice of that person, on the other way the person is standing in front of me and he's saying something else. वहां पे कंफ्यूजन आता है। और किसी ने लिख के भेजा कि नारायण को जाना नहीं जा सकता जब तक नारायण स्वयं अपने आप को ना जताए।
सही बात है।
That goes with all the gods and goddesses. बिल्कुल उसी तरीके से जैसे शायद मैं आपको संपूर्णता से तब तक नहीं जान सकता जब तक आप ना बताएं। So benevolence is something that has there, and grace is something. I was saying the same thing, कमलेंद्र जी। देखो, मंत्र जाप, ध्यान, जो सब कर रहे हो वो बिल्कुल काम करता है। साथ ही साथ जो जन कल्याण के लिए आप कार्य कर रहे हो, वॉट एवर यू आर डूइंग फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड और द पीपल, जब आप कोई भी चीज निस्वार्थ भाव से कर देते हो ना, without any strings attached, that's what I say, not a small little star mark below that. When you do that, you will find that it comes back into multifolds to you. और वो ऐसे आता है, like you will be say, am I even eligible for this? ये सवाल आ जाता है।
सही बात।
But I say then you should see what you have done. आपके कर्म देखने चाहिए आपको। When something bad happens, we say मेरा कर्म खराब है। When something good happens, why don't you say my karma is good? Right? So don't worry, if you are sitting here, something or other will be experienced by you. ऐसा कोई नहीं है इस रूम में जो खाली हाथ जाएगा। No one. Everyone will be rich with that. So blessed are we all. Blessed are you that you people are experiencing all these things, which you might have just heard in books or somewhere you read it and now you're seeing it. And now when you're seeing that, now you cannot deny it. That's why I always keep on saying, don't just listen to my words. Be there, do what I say. And if you don't get those experiences, then we will speak. Because none of my answers would suffice better than your experience. Right? तो अच्छा है, कैसे भी कमलेंद्र जी वो चीजें तो पेंडिंग है भी, स्पेशली मंत्र पुरुष का जो प्रक्रिया करने वाला था मैं ना, लाइक आई वांटेड टू डू ए entire day session for that. It won't be a session, it would be like a process, the whole day process, how a particular every body part will be created with a mantra. or rather that mantra would be installed in every part of your body.
Okay.
वो अपने आप में कवच बन जाता है, वो अपने आप में it creates a different kind of aura. And as Rajan ji has taken the photographs earlier, Rajan ji जब कल्याण images लेते हो ना, if you take the aura of image of that person before that mantra has been installed, you know what the image would be. And once all the mantras have been installed in the body, every body part, means completely your body being made with another mantra. हर body part के लिए एक मंत्र है. Then you take the image of that person. You will be amazed, like ये क्या है? It looks like a godly aura. वो होगा. If you can take the image, you will be stunned by the results of it. क्योंकि that's how everything happens. So देखते हैं आपकी तैयारी कैसी है, उस हिसाब से करते जाएंगे. But yes, one thing that we missed this Holi was that sadhana that रह गया. But I didn't have time on that day also to make all these things arrange, because when I saw the list of things that is needed, I could sense you people cannot gather all that thing. वो सारे चीजों को एक ही बार लाके करने के लिए बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता. I said it is better not to put you people into trouble, because you would run from shop to shop. फिर जिसको मिल गया वो खुश, जिसको नहीं मिला वो दुखी. I said it is better not to do that. Rather, next time whenever it is coming, that kind of time falls, I will give you up means at least 4-5 days before, so that you people get all the things ready, and we can do that. And especially if you have small little kids at home, like we can see Siva Guruji sitting with his grandson out there, I believe. So we can, like, for all these people, and especially people those who have small little kids and you want to help them, you can get it done. Okay. Yeah, Chidvilas, you look like something else. You have put all chandan, sindoor, सब लगा के बैठा ही आज. सच में बोले तो बाबा तुम लग रहे हो आज. अच्छा, चिदविलास को अनम्यूट नहीं करे, मैं वही बोला खाली हंस रहा है, प्रणाम नहीं बोला अभी तक.
नमस्कारम गुरुजी.
नमस्कार. कहाँ घूम के आ गए?
We went to Vaidyanath.
Vaidyanath, okay, very good.
And we had a lot of energy there.
What did you do? You kept it there and came back, or what?
No, we bought it with us.
Because you said we had. So what about now? Okay.
So actually, I missed you a lot in the very long time.
Oh, same here.
Yes, Guruji. So I had a doubt on directions, Guruji, because we say that Yama stays on the south direction. So that in physical sense doesn't make any sense, because south really doesn't exist.
Wow.
South comes to north, north goes to south. Where does it really exist?
That's really very good. That means Yamaraj does not exist.
But even Kali Mata's place resides there.
Yeah. So then you cannot say Kali does not exist.
No, she exists though.
Yeah, she exists. Yeah. Okay. Because now if you say she does not exist, then you will put a point directly to Ramakrishna Paramas that he was a liar then. So that cannot happen. So now you are यमराज के बारे में कोई कुछ नहीं बोल सकता, लेकिन काली माँ के लिए बहुत लोग बोल सकते हैं, right? So he was not lying, because he was absolutely with her, right?
Yeah.
So when you say south direction, which south direction means?
Like, what is really south that they're talking about?
See, absolutely, when what you are speaking is a phase or a term that you are true, that there is no direction in this universe. Because in this universe, you cannot say which one is upside, which one is downside, which one is right, which one is left, right? However, when these directions were put into play, or these directions were brought into action, the reason was the mind always needs an answer. If it does not get an answer, it would go crazy. Many of you do that. Especially you want to tell something and you forgot that very moment. This is like I knew that, but I'm forgetting. What is that? What is that? What happens to you in that space? You say, oh my God, why I'm forgetting all these things? And let's say some question is asked and you are not able to answer. So in such case, our mind goes into turbulence, right? So in order to calm it down, especially कि पूजा मैं अगर करना चाहता हूँ, when we look at the level of this earth where we are, right? From that space, they drew certain lines, stating them as the directions. Because longitude, latitude, magnitude, everything is working on this planet only. If you go into the sky, again, to certain extent, you can measure that. But if you just travel a little bit beyond this universe that we are in, what is right, what is left? So, in order to settle that down, the yogis, the munis and rishis, when they were there, what they found is in a particular direction, the loka of that particular deity exists. So what they do is, in order to bring clarity to us, so that whenever we're doing a particular sadhana, to what direction should we be looking? For example, you are sitting in front of me, but I don't know that you are sitting there. I don't know the direction. So I turn somewhere else and I'm feeding. Who will eat? But if I turn towards you and I put the food into your mouth, there is a chance that you will eat it. So these directions were made so that whenever you are doing a particular deity sadhana, you should know where to face. Because their mandala, their loka is established in that space or in that direction. So when you're facing them, it's just like the sun is shining. And if I look towards the sun, the direct rays of the sun will hit my face. As simple as that. The sun is not just shining on my head. It is not near me also. It is quite far. But when I'm facing it, its rays are falling on me. So whenever you're doing a sadhana, when you are facing to the same direction where that sun called as Kali or Yama or Shiva are shining, if you face towards that space, what will happen? By default, you get their rays on you. So in that space, to keep the mind calm, and in order to provide you a solution that which space you should be looking towards to, in that area, these directions were done. And directions, as you rightly know, it is not 4, it can be cut into 16, 32, 64. So every space again changes, and you being into that studies also, you know it better. Right? So that's why. So, but in truth, as you said, kaun sa direction? What is direction? So in order to keep ourselves sane, we discovered directions. We gave it a name.
So it is only according to the earth that we are.
Absolutely. You just see, you might have gone to any scientific spaces where they say, I saw a joke, like people are saying, okay, if you weigh 90 kgs on earth, you would weigh 30 kgs on moon. So you are not overweight, you are in the wrong planet. So that's how people come up and say, I said, yeah, really good. So that means the rules, the regulations lie in a particular space. Why? Because the observations of those things were done while standing on this point. Just like when you are measuring something, you take the center of it, and from a particular center you measure, right? So when you are measuring from a particular center, you know the length, breadth, width, whatever you want to measure, you can measure it. So when we were looking at the constellation of the stars and the moons and why the solar eclipse and all those things, now just think of, we know that the solar eclipse, when a particular arithmetic count has been done, and they say like on this day, at this moment, on this precision of a second, there would be a solar eclipse. It happens, right? It exactly happens that way. But if I ask you the same time, the same frame, I send you to another planet and you stand there, will there be a solar eclipse for you? No. Why? Does that mean it is wrong? No, it is not wrong. It depends from where it was calculated. Similarly, the directions and all those things have been designed from a particular place which we reside right now. And based on this geometrical structure that we are in, because nature is all geometry. The 369, you never happened. Because if that 369 would have come, the geometrical structures would have been something that you people everything understood. Miss kar gaye aap log. So in that space, Vilas, these directions were made. And yes, they reside in that space. Because major of the part, what happens is, it does not mean like, it is again like people would say like, God is existing everywhere, so why one particular direction? But that's how they have been, उनको एक एक स्थान दिया गया है. So based on that, and you can also do the same experimentation. You do the same mantra, looking other side, opposite to it, to or some other direction, and then turn to that space and do the in it, and you will realize what it is, the importance of the directions. Now, if you saw like, I'm doing a chanting of a mantra, and if I'm looking to that particular space, I'm having more aura, more energy. I'm feeling the presence of the deity. Which is better? Shall I again think of which direction should I sit, or what has been prescribed?
What has been prescribed.
So that is so easy to go ahead with. Okay. So that's it.
I have questions. If no one, no.
Oh, he says he has questions. You heard that? He didn't say, Revati ji, drink water, sit quietly. Now Chidvilas has taken over, it seems.
No, I see no hands though.
Oh, okay. Chalo.
Yes,
What's your question?
So I don't know to really ask this here, but I feel whoever has to hear only will hear. So, so the question is, you said that ninth one is not Buddha in the Dasavataras. So who is the real ninth person? Because Dasavataras is a Dasavatara.
You want to put me there?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
So what is the problem in that? So whoever it is, why don't you go there? You see, these are really crucial questions. These are not counter questions. These are crucial questions. See, when I say that why don't you go and be that, then also we'll come to realize that what that true sense is. Who is that ninth one? Right? So whether the ninth one was Buddha or not, what will happen if I say yes or no to that? Only controversy, nothing else. Will anything else happen? No. कुछ नहीं होगा उसमें. कुछ लोग बोलेंगे yes, Buddha is the ninth, and somebody say no, it is not. क्या मिलेगा मुझे? I said, that's why when you asked me who is the ninth one, I said I myself. अब लोगों को लड़ने दो, मुझे क्या? Let them fight with that. See,
but I got doubt. Maybe Lord this Venkateshwara might be the ninth one because nowhere he's mentioned.
You come up with another theory. Who says no to that? There will be some people, those who will believe it.
Okay.
Right. See, in this designs of God, the naming of the God that we have given and all those things that we keep on doing, how does it matter who is ninth, who is eighth, who is seventh? Again, the question comes back, who am I? Because उनके नाम जान के, उनके बारे में जान के मुझे, I can get to a space where I really want to know more about it. It's good. बिल्कुल जानना चाहिए. There is no stop to that. But people take up some questions and make a fight with that. Just like वही again like a very simple thing when लोग people कहते हैं ना कि मंदिर में ये particular मंदिर में हमें जाने नहीं देते. Why don't you allow us to go to the Garbhagruha? Why don't you allow us to go there and there? I have a very simple question. Just recently, 2 days ago, somebody was asking me the same question. Why can't we go to the Garbhagudi? मैं उसको सिर्फ एक ही सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछा, सी जैसे लोग वैसे आंसर. आई सिंपली आस्क्ड देम, विल यू अलाउ एवरीबॉडी टू गो टू योर मास्टर बेडरूम? नो नो, ओपन द डोर ना, सबको छोड़ दो. Then tomorrow I will sit in front of your home. Why this person is not allowing us to his master bedroom? Let us all go there. Then अच्छा है, लोग जाना आना करने दो. मैं बोला तेरा घर इतना सा है, उसमें भी तू लोगों को आने नहीं देता. There is a sanctity. There is an energy that they don't want it to be disturbed with the many kind of things. अभी कमलेंद्र जी ने अभी कहा ना कि one person came into the home, went off, and everything got dwindled up. So there is a particular kind of energy that they want to save. That's why they are not allowing. You in your bedroom, in your home, you don't open the door like लोग इधर से ही जाए ना करो. Would you like that? No, right? So you have a particular space where you want to have your own space. घर में अलाउ नहीं करते, मंदिर में लेकिन सबको घुसना है. जो इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ ना, जब ये लोग पूछते ना, उनको एक बार बोलो कल से तुम्हारे घर के दरवाजे खोलो, हम सब वहीं जाएंगे. कोई मंदिर नहीं जाता. फिर बोले नहीं सही है, ठीक है, हम यहीं शांति में है, भगवान को शांति में वहां रहने दो. कोई पूछता नहीं है उनको ये सारे सवाल. दे गो इनटू वेस्ट, वो तर्क करने बैठ जाते हैं. की जरूरत नहीं है. सो दैट्स हाउ इट इज. Okay, so it does not matter. And if it is Buddha, do you have a problem? If it is not Buddha, you have a problem. And then what is the fight? See, Gautam Buddha is something like he challenged everything into space. Everything that was mundane at that time. Everything he challenged. And he brought it down to such beautiful space where a common person can understand that. And who has the power to transform so many lives? What is the problem? To put them at a place of the God. See, there have been many people, those who have done good for the world, and we have thought it was God. So why not Buddha? So no fight with that. If you want, you have, see, you can bring a Dasavatar Murti. Just where the statue of Buddha is there, you can put your own image. Nobody stops you because it's your home, it's your decoration. But yes, don't put the face on the 10th because he won't listen that. Okay. Not an issue. Yeah. There have been many talks on that. But I believe like if something has been done good by someone, why not? He's not an ordinary person. So that's good.
Yes. So the other question is related to the dimensions that we were talking on Shivaratri. Which we were talking on Shivaratri, the dimensions.
Okay. So what is the question? Go ahead.
So the last second one we were talking about the parallel universe where everything was going simultaneously. So in the last one, there can be a possibility of the person going above that level and get a control over everything.
Yes.
So is like when we were talking, we said that you said that one person of a parallel universe can go to that level and maybe not the others. But my question is, when everything is going parallel, then every that same person should have gone there, right?
Okay. So what do you want to know about it?
How is one person going there while not other all same persons?
Very good. the one who knows. Let's say I just say that behind you there is a wall that you see. But what if I say, no, there is a door also?
Mhm.
And if you know the door, okay, let me give you a very practical or cinematic example for that. You have seen Harry Potter, right?
Mhm.
Or Narnia, the
Correct.
Chronicles of Narnia, if you see those things. How do they enter into that world?
Oh my God, so many weird ways.
Right? So I'm also talking about another door behind you.
Acha.
That would be weird, right? But it is weird because you don't know that it exists.
Mhm.
And more than that, you don't even know that. How can the wall has a door, Guruji? No, because you don't know that. But if you know the art of subtle movements, like you just, have you seen that? Like the movies you say, like they pierce their hand into it and it feels like a liquid state. Right? So in such spaces, Chidilas, it is possible to transcend because I don't know, like when we travel to especially Girnar,
Mhm.
and when we are traveling, you will see some crazy things happening there. Because when I was like talking to Kamlender ji about the Gir forest, and then I just said that, okay, we'll plan to go to Girnar, then lot many things have appeared in front of me and they are asking like, you should visit this, visit us, visit us, visit us. So then in that space, I'm saying, okay, but how about the people, those who are traveling along with me? There is a question now. The problem that you people might face, that's what I'm saying. Problem that you people might face is I might just be standing and I'll be talking to someone and then you say there is no one. Has gone crazy or what? Now I suddenly ask like, this is the person standing and I just touch his feet. Where is the touch? Where is the feet? Now in such space, what would you do, Chidvilas? That's what I'm speaking of.
Mhm.
Because many people have gone to Mansarovar, many people have gone to the Himalayas, many people have traveled to the Kailash Parvat and all those things. In front, just in front of you, there is huge monasteries available, but you cannot see a glimpse of it as well. Not a single glimpse of it. It's just like a tourist place you are going and coming, but they are just standing there in front of you. Why can't you see it? It's very simple. Because you don't have that kind of vibrational frequency in your vision to see them. They are vibrating at a certain level. Now, when you go to the temples, you can only feel the vibration. Can you see the vibration?
No.
But you can just feel it. Similarly, certain places when we go, I actually stop myself at many places. Because if I start doing all that, no, you will feel like he has lost it. Because you cannot see anything happening in front of you, right? But I'm doing okay, yeah, okay, okay, put it, okay, take this, take that. I say he has really lost it. अगली बार इसके साथ नहीं आते. So I also managed to speak to them in certain way. Okay, okay, ठीक है, इनको ये डरेंगे because they cannot see something and they're saying I'm talking. Who is he talking to?
But if you are with me, you can do that. I understand.
Good, thank you. So that's where, Chivilas, there are absolutely spaces that you enter, looking at your own self. You are doing that, but at a unconscious level again. What are your dreams? Where are you entering into? How do you see yourself in different roles and doing different things in that space? Was it just a dream or was it another time zone and another realm? Can you deny that?
I cannot deny.
You cannot, because you don't know whether it is possible or not. But if you do that consciously, then you call it a matrix. So all these things exist, and all these things are as true as we are. But yes, Sidvilas, we can just ask them something, like if you are traveling with me and something like this happens and I say, okay, at least show some glimpses to them, at least they will know like I'm not talking in the air. Show them some shine. देखिए ना, अचानक आपके ऊपर कुछ गिरेगा, तब बोलेंगे वो नहीं गिरा, नहीं है कोई है. Because there are, these spaces are so amazing, right? And you know, like when we were in Mani Mahesh, like lastly these people wanted, all of us were coming down along the helicopter. What happened to the helicopter, you should have seen that. Because on that day, like we were the last people, Haribhai, me and Pradeep were there. And they made me sit in the middle of the helicopter and said, okay, chalo, this is the last helicopter and you have to go down. I simply said one thing to Haribhai, भाई मेरा जाने का समय नहीं हुआ अभी तक. And you know what happened after that? You should have seen that. Haribhai sitting on my left side, Pradeep sitting on right, I'm sitting in the middle. The helicopter took off. Haribhai said, भाई देखो जा रहे हैं. मैं बोला नहीं, समय नहीं हुआ. You know what happened after that? If Haribhai speaks, that would be much better, but let me tell you. The helicopter took off at least 10 feet or 15 feet height, and suddenly somebody pushed it down. The helicopter person is trying to balance it. He's pulling all his strength. The helicopter is not lifting. He says, what is going on? And then I said, मुझे उतार दो, तुम्हारा helicopter जाएगा. It started doing like this. And it was pushed down and it just landed again. And then I looked at Haribhai, who should go out now? Then among all these people, who do you think weight is more, Haribhai's or Pradeep's or mine? But they said, okay, आप ही उतर जाओ. I came down and the helicopter flew. And I roamed there for मस्त से घूमा वहां पे. Then finally the helicopter came and I was the alone who left again. So that's what I say, Chidvilas. Like things, there are things that won't allow you to go. They don't want you to leave. Just want to be with you for some time. They want to experience you, like. And even this time, like I think like Karthik was there with me on that day. So he saw what happened. If Karthik was there, like he should have told you. I told him there are two places where if I visit them, then they start crying. He saw one of that.
Oh.
I just went there and I said, look, देखो, now, do one thing. थोड़ा देर रुक जा. I'm sitting here and you just see what happens. I started. I said, देख ले. कहाँ थे? I said, that's what I said. No. So things happen. Certain things we can see, certain things we can feel, certain things are beyond our perception. So when things are beyond our perception, we think like they don't exist. We are only able to see to a certain level, not those all things all together. So yeah, Chidvilas, like again, as you are going into your dream, you become anything you want. Someday you have become a thief, someday you are running as a police, someday you have become a pulley, and then someday you have become, I don't know what else. कभी रॉकेट बन के उड़ रहे हो, तो कभी पानी के अंदर डूब रहे हो, तो कभी आग के अंदर चल रहे हो. You do all that. How do you do that? Now you can ask me, why only you entered to that field? Then I will tell you, because you know the path of it. Why can't others travel into your dreams? Because they don't know the pathway to your dreams. But if I know the pathway to your dreams, I can enter into your dreams. समझ में आ रहा है? It's about knowing it. And as you become so many things, you become the father, you become the mother, you become the road, you become the sky, you become the car, you become the Shiva, you become the Parvati, you become the grass, you become the flower, everything. How? Because in your dream, nobody can enter, right? Then how did you become all that? Who became all that is the question again. Because I'm all alone, right? In my dream, nobody can enter. Then how am I seeing at least so many people around me? Then who are all those people? It's again me only, right? Manifested. Ekam anekam bhavati. The one becomes many. It thought, वो कहते हैं ना कि it was there and it said to itself, ekam anekam bhavati, and it became many. In your dream, that is exactly what you do. And when you come out of your dream, out of your sleep, you say, anekam ekam bhavati. All that many things were there, they all became one. What does that mean? That when you are in a dream, you become many. When you awake, you become one. That means when you are in this world, you are sleeping. That's why we appear many. But when we awake, we are all one. Make sense? And that's how, because in your dream, you act in different ways, in different places, in different. Because let's say if you are in your dream and you are seeing your mom acts like your mom. Hey, Chidvilas, eat it. Hey, Chidvilas, why are you not studying? Chidvilas, do this. Chidvilas, do that. Right? But was your mom there? But it was all you. You were acting as your mom. And you were also acting as you. Can you see that one became different characters, different personalities, different way of talking, different way of speaking, all together different character playing different roles? Yes or no? But who was there in your dream? No one. Because when you woke up, you realized all that was is all you. Now, Sumaji is asking a good question there, like a more intellect one. Then when the guru and the gods appear in our dreams, what is that? They know the pathway to your dreams.
Really, Guruji, you were coming so many times in my dream.
बेचारा कितना परेशान हुआ होगा, नहीं बोले इनको काम धंधा नहीं है, यही घूम रहे हैं आके. Right? So Chidvilas, it is possible. And then, as I said, unknowingly we are doing all these things. But the best thing that is, when you question this, that means you are going to unfold that as well. Why? Because just think, like Newton was sitting, the apple fell. The apple has been falling for ages. Even in our they have already talked about Gurutvakarshana. Many, many years ago. Means thousands and thousands of years ago, we have already invented that. But he was sitting there and the apple fell on his head and he was thinking, he questioned, why did the apple fell? Why did it not went up? Why did it came down? What happened? He questioned. After questioning, what did he discover? That there is a force of the earth that is called as the Gurutvakarshana, or the gravity of the earth. Where did he realize? When he questioned. How would you realize? That's why I say question it. Don't settle down for what people have said. No, ask. And then you would find something for your own self. Right? So,
and I have seen that maybe a year ago or something, I saw that I was able to consciously control my dreams. Like I knew that I was in my dream and I was changing things. And I saw that after that, things changed automatically. Like to whatever I was searching for, to whatever I was going for. Maybe it was last year in my hostel or something. From there, things have been changed.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Okay.
And I even read it somewhere that things will change. Is it the true one, or did it happen like, you
Okay.
know?
Okay. So the answer would again come in a very practical way. Do you play video games or any kind of games?
A few times.
A few times. Chalo. He's confessing that, it seems. क्योंकि वो तो ये लगता है स्पिरिचुअल लड़का है तो गेम्स नहीं खेलता होगा, लोग लोग क्या सोचेंगे तुम्हारे बारे में। नहीं नहीं नहीं, डोंट वरी, if you are playing, that's it. What is the game that you play?
I played Temple Run.
तो
Temple
वहां पे भी मंदिर में ही भाग रहे हो तुम। अच्छा बच्चा ये Temple Run, okay. See, in Temple Run, if you are running, things happen on their own or not, or you are changing the things there.
things
One
happen.
way is you are running, you have just few controls in your hand, but all the things are appearing. You are not doing anything. The road is appearing, the monsters that are running behind you are automatically appearing, right? So those things are happening and they are appearing on its own. You have just a very few control. Does not it depict the world that we live in? We have just a few control in our hand, all the other things are happening. Yes. Why? Because it has been programmed that way. That's why all the things are appearing, disappearing in that. What about this world? It also must be the same way. But at the same time, you said I was able to control something in my dream. In the games, if you know, there is a process called as God mode. They also call it the same thing, God mode. You know what is God mode? God mode is something where you change everything in the game. Means you are the creator of the game. You know what to change, what codes to write and what codes to change. And the situation inside that world that we call as the virtual world of the game changes. Right? So these game developers are no one else but gods. And they are creating another universe, which is virtual that they call. And the player who is playing has a limited control. When you are just a player in this world, you have very limited control. But if you realize that you are the developer, if you enter into the God mode, now what all can you change? Everything. The environment, the structure, the thing that appears, that disappears. And now they have come up with like gods and cheat modes, right? What are cheat modes? Cheat modes are nothing else, but they will create a pathway through which they will enter, but nobody else enters through that. That means when you have the power, you know that how to change the things, you come with the powers. So when you see a very little smallest of the things, that's where I say, Yatha Pinda Tatha Brahmand. What is happening in this virtual world is exactly like might be you and I are playing this game. And things are appearing for all of us in a certain way because we have a limited control. We are the players. That's it. We have not entered into the God mode. And if we enter into the God mode, how do you think like when you go to a particular person, they change some things for you? कैसे होता है? किसी का तबीयत खराब है वो ठीक हो जाता है, किसी का जीवन में प्रॉब्लम है वो सॉल्व हो जाता है. How do they do that? Like how do they able to change all those things? Very simple, God mode. They are not simply the players, but they are the ones, those who create the games. So they can change it. A certain game was designed for you, but you didn't like it. So you found a friend who knows everything, like where the codes are written. So he just goes and he says, okay, what do you want? I want 10x power in my hand. Okay, chalo, let's do that. So he will create your avatar and in that he will put, see, in that also they call it as avatar. Whose avatar? Means the creator has created certain things inside that, and they call it as avatar because he has become a small little thing and it is playing now inside the virtual world. Right? That's exactly how things are. The world and the game are same. The only thing is you want to live like a player or you want to enter the God mode. And this is the classroom for God mode. Right? And that's where I speak of from. Right? So it is possible.
So is it maybe that because I've controlled my dreams, things have changed a little bit?
It can, because at times, see, always it is not that way. That's where people come into the psychological study of dreams, like dream studies that they call us, right? So what they do is they go, especially Freudians, right? So Freudians, what they do is they analyze every dream and they say, okay, this is what you saw and this is what the result of it is. However, they also come with a theory that dreams are just the upcoming things of your life. I said this is just a theory. Because let's say I saw an elephant entering my house in my dream. Will it really happen tomorrow an elephant has entered? Especially I'm living on the 27th floor. If I was in a ground floor, I can still expect, okay, elephant can enter. So that theory was not working properly, but many followers are there for that also. Freudians are there. So coming back to our dreams, okay? Dreams are nothing else but the fabric. How is the fabric created? Through our things that we have caught hold of throughout the day. That is one. Until there is an external force. It's just like this. Things remain in the same way until and unless an external force is applied to that. You also continue to see the same dreams that you have seen throughout the day, might be a mixing and matching of it. And then you add masala to that, chart, music, everything is there. But you keep on running to that. Just like you might have seen children, those who saw a ghost movie on that particular day, for a few nights, they will keep on seeing that. They close their eyes and suddenly, oh, what happened? No, that ghost. The ghost was there in the movie. But for them, it has gotten stuck to their mind, and the mind is trying to create new plots for that. Exactly that is the way, Chidvilas. We are also caught in the web of thoughts. One particular thought, we catch hold of it, and it starts creating itself, appearing in front of us in many variety of ways. How to change that? Create a new one. Create a new thought. How? Watch a hilarious movie. Or watch the movie of Hanuman. Wow, वही पीट सकता है सबको, पीट रहा है. So next day, that same child who was fearful of those dreams, that horrifying dreams that he used to see, now today is he sleeping like this. What happened? Now today gada leke so raha hai. You got that? So similarly in this life also, what are we trying to change? We are just not trying to change your dream. We are trying to wake you up. Wake you up to your real mode. And then you will know, oh, अच्छा सारा मेरा ही रचना था और मैं ही उसमें फंसा था. All done by me and I was also trapped in it. It's just like, you know what? There is a person who developed the game and now he has got addicted to the game itself. And now he also follows every rule of the game, forgetting he can change anything that he wants. और उसी में फंस जाता है, अरे जंप नहीं कर पा रहा. नहीं तूने ही बनाया है. You have only designed that. So if you can go back to your senses, then you can change anything. What about this world? Absolutely the same way.
But what if we are conscious that we are in a dream? We know that we are in a dream.
Absolutely, that's a really good state.
But will that change things? That is what was happened.
Why not? Because when you are seeing a dream, that means, what are the dreams like? The things that have reached the subconscious mind, they try a way of expressing themselves in that space. It can be fear, it can be love, it can be anything that you think of in your life. That portrays itself in that dream, right? But when you are able to see that you are dreaming, that means you have just become a one who is aware that the body is sleeping, the mind is dreaming, but I am neither the body nor the mind. So when you are neither the body and the mind, that means you are more powerful than them. And then you start changing the things. And things start changing. It is also another way of doing that. जैसे लोग स्वप्नेश्वरी देवी की साधनाएं करते हैं, देन स्वप्नेश्वर महादेव का भी साधना करते हैं. तो उन साधनाओं में वही सिखाया जाता है, हाउ टू हैव ए कंट्रोल ऑन योर ड्रीम्स सो दैट व्हेन यू चेंज दोज थिंग्स इन योर ड्रीम, यू चेंज देम इन योर वर्ल्ड. वो वही साधनाएं हैं. एक चेतनी साधना है, वो साधना भी वैसा ही है. And there are many things. Yes, but if you enter the God mode, everything is possible to change. So you want to be a player or you want to enter the God mode?
But now weirdness comes ki there is no there is no meaning of being a God mode, because everything is under control. Only if we have a condition we can really play the game.
Can you see? That's why इसे कहते हैं विस्मय. What is Bismay? Knowingly, I will act that I don't know. And then what happens? Humans are beings of habit. That's what science says. Beings of habit means, for example, today I did something, it was good, and I felt good. Okay, so good. Today I did something bad and something happened within me. So you did something bad. Okay. But I repeated that. Second day. He said, This day will not speak. He says, yeah, okay. Third day you do that. He says, then you also say, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, you start doing that. You know what happens then? Then that becomes a reality of your life. You don't care about it anymore. Look at all of us, whatever way we are, because we have allowed us to be that. That's it. Right? But if we take the control on that part, then we can change everything. Similarly, Chidvilas, as you rightly said, if I know all the things, what is the fun in doing I cannot enjoy the drama. That's why I say the magician cannot enjoy its magic. And in order to enjoy its magic, it goes and sits among the crowd and claps. What are you doing? You say, no, I've done so much amazing work, Guruji. Let me enjoy my drama. I said, go. No, Aditya, Vismay is not that. Vismay means forgetfulness, avarana. So you forget that thing. Just like you go to, you know, like when you go to watch movies, movie magic कहते हो ना. So what is movie magic? You know, कोई हीरो नहीं है वहां पे, कोई हीरोइन नहीं नाच रही. But if you go inside the movie, lights gets off and people start dancing there, and you also bring out your handkerchief and you start rotating it, put it to your neck, and you start saying, okay. You start dancing around. Now, I was in Bhimavaram, and at that time I was seeing a movie of like Mahesh Babu was released, and I got the chance to sit in the balcony, and I first time saw like how people are dancing around. Towel घूम रहे पूरे like. And I say, ये विस्मय है. Because knowingly you forget that you are watching a movie. You cry, you are fearful. How many times have you gone to a horror movie and you see when the music suddenly changes, people are under the seat? I'll tell another funny thing, Chidulas. Once I went to a horror movie and there was 3-4 friends of mine. Okay. They were sitting and this person is too fearful. So he said, I will sit with you and 2 people on that side, 2 people on this side. Okay, I said, okay, fine. And he was holding my hand as if he will squeeze the like sugar cane. जैसे ही sound आता मेरा हाथ दबाता मेरा हाथ छोड़. But you know what happened? Suddenly, it was an intense movie. I don't remember the name, but it became, the sound was so terrifying. Suddenly he closed his eyes and when he opens his eyes, he sees no one is there around him. And he screams. You know why he was screaming and what happened to other people? They didn't vanish. All of them were under the seat.
Oh.
And he was looking, oh, everybody left. These things I come from, and when I look at all those things in my life and I say, wow, you only paid the money. You only bought the popcorn. You came and chose the seat to seat. Okay, this seat is good. Then you know all the music and drama is going to continue. And you are crying, frying yourself or horrifying yourself. I don't know what all you do. बिल्कुल वैसे ही दुनिया में कर रहे हैं. विस्मय हो गए. We know we created such drama. And then we forget so that we can enjoy the drama. And then we would get bored with one drama, so we create different dramas. Every day a new one. And you see some people get bored with us. You know why? हमारा movie एक ही चलता है. अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. You are that. मैं तो कुछ नया लेके आया. नया नहीं है कुछ, वही है. हाँ, हम स्टोरी बदल देते हैं बट एंड रिजल्ट वही आएगा. जैसे ना एंड इट एंडेड हैप्पीली, वो पहले आता था ना, हम वही लिख देते हैं हम ब्रह्मास्त्र. I still remember those. Oh my God. मैं अभी, the moment I'm saying, I could see his face. Like how he screamed and that's.
No, he was the only one who was sitting.
Because he closed his eyes, no. That day he realized that he thought he was the most frightened. That day he realized that the other ones are more than him. सीट के नीचे कौन घुसता है भाई? बाहर आके मुझे पूछते, तुमको डर नहीं लगता? You allowed that fear to enter into you. That's it. आप विस्मय हो गए. मैं मूवी देख रहा था. Whatever the ghost does on the screen, it cannot hit me. And how much I scream from outside, the ghost won't go. Chidilas, I have another funny thing. Another fellow went with me. He didn't realize it was a ghost movie. The ticket was done and he was brought into play. The moment when it started, some scene started and अचानक मैं हनुमान चालीसा सुन रहा हूँ. हनुमान चालीसा कौन गा रहा है भाई? देखे तो मेरा सब भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे. Those are like and you know why I go to such movies? Because I can see all this drama.
Becomes a comedy show.
Yes, that's how a horror movie becomes a comedy show for you. You know, like you just go and sit there and you will just watch at the people, not this movie, what is happening. Just look at them. And then you see what a comedy goes on. एक कुछ highlight थे भाई. Oh. Amazing. That word it is. Hopefully you also enjoy sometime.
I'll do next time.
Yeah. So अलीवा जी हाथ उठाए थे, भूत का नाम सुन के हाथ नीचे हो गया उनका, वो भी डर गए लगता है. Yeah, Chidvilas, you have any other further questions?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, what is the question?
So in my childhood, only once it happened to me. So
You
I
went to
was
a theater and watched a movie or what?
no.
Now, if you look at the screen of your mom, only one white thing is moving, nothing else is moving.
Oh, yeah,
Don't worry, that might be your sister playing with something.
maybe.
Okay, what's your question? Oh, okay, something happened to you in your childhood.
Yes, Guruji. So I was sleeping in a car. So basically, the window was above me. I was no.
No,
In the
people are
back,
not
I
able to
was
imagine
sleeping.
that. That's the problem.
I was sleeping on the back seat.
Okay.
So
How
basically,
can the window be above the...
doors were on my head on and below me.
Okay, got it. Okay.
That way.
Okay, for you it was that direction.
Yeah.
हाँ, okay. नहीं तो मैं बोला सो रहा है ऊपर कैसे खिड़की है? Okay. For you now you got the directions because you were sleeping like that. That's why the khidki was above you. If you are sitting, the khidki would have been on your left or right. Now that's the direction. Okay, now you were sleeping and the window was above you. Okay, now tell. Or the door, whatever.
Yes, Guruji. So at that time there was a U-turn, and then suddenly I see something outside the window. But I wasn't able to speak out. I was trying to tell to my mom. I wasn't able to speak. It was a really solid thing. And then I saw it outside. And then after going to a certain distance, I was able to wake. I wasn't even able to move at that time when I was seeing that. And then after some time, when I go a little front, I was able to get up and look back. There was nothing. I very well remember I saw something, but there was nothing.
Very good.
What is that, Guruji? And then
Vanishing.
I hear some other people also talk about this, but I never had a clarity out to what it is.
Now this is called as the vanishing act. They appear and disappear.
But I wasn't able to move, Guruji. I saw that. I should have been able to move.
No. I'll tell you what happens to the body. When the body comes into a shock, it cannot move itself. What is a shock? A shock is something that your mind was not expecting it to happen. If it is a good thing, you call it as, oh my God, I was flabbergasted. I was astonished. I was amazed by looking at it. But again, you froze in that moment. Actually, because you froze, your mind was silent. You were able to experience that magic at that time. Similarly, when things happen in the other way. Now, let's say some people met with an accident and they got unconscious. Why did they go unconscious? Very simple thing. The body was in shock. They are not able to move. Similarly, when you were there in the car, you were sleeping, you were a kid, and you saw something that was not even comprehensible by your mind. And what is the mechanism of the body and the mind? It immediately sends signals and the body freezes. It prepares itself to handle the situation. Similarly, when you saw that, your body must have come to a complete stop. You froze. That's what they say, na? You froze. Why did you froze? Because your mind was not able to comprehend it and it just said, be aware. And you cannot move. So it is quite a normal phenomena. It happens to many people.
But that wasn't there when I turned back.
It should not be, right? It just is something like, see, Chibilas, at times we unknowingly jump into realms, or we connect with the wormholes that science call it as today. And in that space, we see something that is not exactly happening, or rather, other people are not able to see it. Now, the same thing that I said, if I walk somewhere and I start speaking, you cannot see that. But does that mean they don't exist?
They
They do. Just like you don't see the space. But can you say space does not exist? The people say, no, we see the space. I said, how? No, you see, there is a space between me and that wall. I said, you are seeing two things, and in between that, you are calling it a space. But space is not that. Because the space is also inside you. The space is also the space in that wall. There are small spaces. So which one is the space in between? Right? So Chidvilas, good, these things. But what did you saw?
that was this is weird. That was something looking like a Mickey Mouse, but it was not it.
Good. So might be your mind played a trick with you. Might be
Maybe.
you were fascinated by that kind of things earlier in your childhood. So suddenly that takes a shape and a form in front of you. It creates it.
But I was not really fascinated about Mickey Mouse or something. It just
So he must have
appears.
been fascinated with you then.
Maybe.
No, Chidvilas, this is very simple thing. Yes, certain things are there in this realm that appear and disappear. And when you are saying like a comic character, it might not be that, but you might just have seen a glimpse of it and thought it to be that.
Maybe.
No, it is not that, because if it was just a comic character, you should not have frozen. So that means when you froze, it is not just a dream.
It
There
was
was
not.
something which was more powerful, and it has such a power in it that your body froze in front of it. Okay. So now you don't see Mickey Mouses, right? Good.
I usually don't see Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
And then I forgot.
You forgot? Okay, very good. उषा जी कह रहे अच्छा हुआ भूल गया. See, I hope you are not creating stories now.
No, no. Yeah, I got it.
Huh? You are?
I got it. I got my question.
Okay, you got a question. You asked.
Yes, Guruji. So sometimes maybe I feel like when I go to a state where I'm still, I feel like maybe I can, you know, get the information whatever I wanted. Like where you were talking about the dimension of where the wisdom stays. I even before that I always used to feel like my common mind whenever I'm not even in that state, I feel like if I go to that state, I can just get that information to me. Can it really happen, Guruji? I did not really try that.
Absolutely, why not? When people are talking about Akashic records, what is that? That's
Can it
exactly the
really
same thing.
happen that way that I go to that state and get that me?
Absolutely possible. Why not? It is possible to every one of you. And it is that, like, at times you actually go into that space and you find solutions for yourself. I told you earlier, like, there was a problem in your life, you don't know how to handle it, then you go to sleep and suddenly something appears and it gives you an answer, and then you come back and it is, oh, this is so easy. Why I was worried? Where did you got your answer from? Either somebody helped you or you dived in there. That's how it is. And it is possible. These things are there. See, when we are just doing this Q&A session, we are recording it. When the God has created such a beautiful world, won't He? That's what I say. It is possible to access all this.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay?
Thank
Chalo.
you.
Thank you, Chidulas.
Thank you, Guruji.
Finally, people are also thanking you. It's okay. लड़के के प्रश्न खत्म हो गए आज. Yeah, Aliva ji. If yeah, so you can unmute, you can speak.
हर हर महादेव.
हर हर
प्रणाम.
महादेव. प्रणाम.
Mahadev, it's a discussion that we were having thanks to the train getting delayed while we were traveling to Cuttack. And you also in a way mentioned that हम टिकट खरीद के भूत वाले मूवी में जाते हैं, बैठते हैं, डरते हैं, and we enjoy that. We chant Hanuman Chalisa, even though we know that we are there with the ghost, we still want to run away. हम वैसे ही पैसा खर्चा करके मल्टी स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल में जाते हैं, the child gets a birth, एकदम शानो शौकत से, we do the ceremony, and then instead of 3 hours of movie, there is a prolonged time that we get to spend here. Why all this tamjham, Mahadev? When the creation was there, when the three Dev were there, and the universe was created. Actually, Sudha ji और मैं ऐसे बात कर रहे थे कि, why this actually even started, and where are we headed? Why are we headed?
कितना अच्छा रहता, ये सब था ही नहीं जब. When all these things were not there, how beautiful it would have been. Why so much of drama, chaos, and all these things, right? हमें क्यों ये जगह पे डाल दिया गया? That's what we say for, like, why are we sent here?
Mahadev, it's actually little more than that. And again,
Yes.
you said that initially also, and this is a question which is hitting me so hard for last few days, that hum to, like, I'm nothing and I'm still here. Maybe there is something that I need to finish, but someone like you who is all accomplishing, who is all encompassing, who is everything that we, I mean, everything that is there with you at like a flick of a finger. Even for you to go through all of these experiences, I don't know if I should ask this, but what are you doing? What are we doing, Mahadev? It's hitting really, really hard now.
Yeah. कुछ लोग बोलेंगे, अरे ये सवाल तो हमारा भी था, अच्छा हुआ इन्होंने पूछ लिया. In a very simple, straightforward language, I am just you. Nothing else. But why all this drama and all those things? See, you come to this state after seeing the drama. When there was no drama, you should even not know that drama can be done. Because now you have seen the drama, you want to be silent. You are questioning why all this drama. But when you are silent, you create drama anyways. Right? So all these things. And what are we doing? You need वो कहते हैं ना, वो टॉर्च दिखाने वाला लाइट दिखाता है ना, एक टिकट पहले. आजकल तो नहीं चल रहा वो, हमारा वही काम है. अरे ये सीट आपका, ये सीट आपका. But at the same time reminding you that who am I? I'm just your reminder. I'm just a reminder to you that the home is waiting. You have been chosen. The calling is done. Are you coming home? And this is no messenger. And this is no son. This is. And that's what I say. If you ask me, who am I? Then I should ask you, what am I not? To tell who am I. मैं तब ये कह सकता हूं कि मैं ये हूं जब मैं किसी से अलग हूं. But when I am everything, from whom I should differentiate and tell that I am this and that is that. No way. And how can I bind myself with one name? Except the names that you have given. And you ask me what I do. I just allow you to be you. I'm just that space on which you are dancing. I'm just that stage on which you are playing the drama. I'm just that ground on whom you are jumping. I'm just that shining star in the darkness that you see and you say, wow, there is still hope, there is still light. And when you are sweating, I'm just that gush of simple air slowly coming, touching, going away, and you don't realize it. And that's me. I'm there in your hunger and I'm there in your happiness. I'm there in your sorrow. I'm there in your drama. I'm there as you, is you. However you have been, however you are, and however you will be, I have been there. Always. And then you ask why? It's very simple, because I love you so much. That's it. And why do I love all of you so much? Because you are me. There is no one else. It's not a fault on my side that I've fallen in love with myself in so many ways. And you have become those ways. That's it. Now, who has taught him? Who taught whom what? I said, you people have taught me to love so many different ways. That love can happen in so many different ways. Love does not just happen between one person and another person. No. That's what when I look at all of you, I say like, wow, these are so many ways to be loved. Then you ask, who am I? I say, I am your rage. I am your anger. I am your songs. I am your writings. When I'm saying all this, I'm your name. I am you. And then I ask, why have you separated me from yourself? It was not me who separated. It was you. So what am I doing here? Again coming back, waiting and saying, let's go. Because I know you have fed up with the drama. And say, okay, if the child is ready to go back home, he needs a guidance. Let me become the guidance. In whichever way, in whichever form you want to see me, I will be there. Because I am nothing but just you. I'm not commanding, it's your wish. And you make me whatever you think of. That's why I don't put a name to me. People find it very difficult to even call me what they should call. I said, whatever you think. Because it's your thinking, it's not me. तुम मुझे जिस नाम से बुलाओगे वो तुम्हारा है, वो मेरा थोड़ी ना है. It's not. Then again you say everything is at a click. That's exactly what I say. Even your life. Then again the question comes, who am I? I'm just a simple person sitting in front of you. Can I say I am not the stone at your feet? Can I say I'm not that dust that is under your feet? No, I cannot say that. If I am all that, I should all that be. So आपके पैर के नीचे जो धूल है ना, वो भी मैं ही हूँ. और जो चंदन बना के जो माथे पे लगाते हो ना, वो भी मैं ही हूँ. So how can I say I'm this and I'm not that? And how can I define myself? Defining myself would be doing injustice to all of you. So I just become who you are. That's it. I just accept the way you want me to be. Do I have any desires? No. It's all yours. If some people will listen to this and say, what beautiful words. No, these are also yours. The only thing is you are not able to say it. So I'm putting it through my mouth. That's it. I'm just putting it through my words. Who am I really? I'm really you. In true sense. Appearing different, na? Because we are dreaming. We are all sleeping. And the day you awake, you will realize that he was no one else but me. I don't know why I say all of you as me, because I awoke and I saw that it was all the glimpses of my dream. It's all me. You are still playing the drama of my ekam anekam bhavati. I have become anekam ekam bhavati. The one has multiplied itself into many, and that many has again become one. You see, we are not many. We are just a handful of people. But that's okay. I have learned so many things from you people. I didn't knew those things existed. At times you became the teacher. You taught me. Yes, I'm your student as well. Yes. Why not? How can I only be one thing and not the other? I cannot be one thing. I'm not just beauty. I might be the ugliest. What is the problem in that? How can I be this and not that? I am the most benevolent and the most cruel. Why not? You will only see me the way you are. Nothing changes in me. It's all yours. You want to see me angry, you will see me angry. You want to see me crying, you will see me crying. But yes, just one thing. I'm here to remind you again and again. This is not your place. Just a reminder. That's it. But don't worry, we are not running away. We have taken the responsibility. If it was to run away, I should be the first one, right? आप लोगों को इतना ही हो कि आप लोग कहते हो कि मैं भाग जाऊं, फिर मैं क्या कहूंगा? अब कमलेंद्र जी कितना दुखी हो गए थे कि भगवान के सामने लोग कितना रोते होंगे, मैं भी सोचता हूँ वही बात. But no, one thing. You cry, you shout, you tell good things about me, you tell bad things about me, you curse me, whatever you do. I'm not going to leave this time. I'm going to take you back home. That's it. I don't know any other promises. I don't know any other gifts. Magics can happen, miracles can show up. But again, all these things will keep you here. I don't want you to be here. In that way, I might look like something. Why? Why do you want to take away? I played enough. So, shall you thank me or shall I thank you? And who will thank whom? ये भी समझ में आता है कि अगर राइट हैंड लेफ्ट हैंड को थैंक यू बोलता है, राइट हैंड को थैंक यू बोले, क्या बोलेगा? What would it say? Thank you, how good hand you are. I am also that. Who am I then? You see all the expressions running in you? That's me. All that smile and all that tears, that's me. Then why this form? Without that, you have never seen me. That's why. And you have been asking, why are we not able to see? I said, here I am. And you know why I came? Because you were not able to see yourself in your mirror, that you are that. Nothing more than that. Now should ask, how am I? Just the way you are. Who am I? Just you. How do you feel? I said, wow, wonderful. But people complain. I said, that's beautiful. They like me so much that they can complain. You know, they love me so much that they can tell anything to me. What more I need? लोगों को लगता है अरे बुरा मान गए होंगे. You don't know me then. Truly, in that moment, you don't know me. But when you come and open your heart and just speak, there at that moment, you are actually knowing me. Okay, so it's possible. This person is there. I can speak to. You complain too much, right? You said we cannot see him, we cannot talk to him, we cannot feed him, we cannot clothe him, we cannot sit along with him, we cannot move along with him, we cannot dance along with him, we cannot sing along with him, we cannot. So many complaints. I said, let's do it all. And that too once for all. एक बार के लिए खत्म कर देते. नाच लो, गा लो, हंस लो, भूत वाली कहानियां भी सुनाएंगे, जोक वाली कहानियां भी सुनाएंगे, हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ना भी सिखाएंगे. जो भी करना है कर लो. Do all that you want to do. लेकिन इस बार बचने वाले तो नहीं होते. इस बार यमराज का दिशा पता चले ना चले, हमारी दिशा पक्का पता चलेगी. तो क्या कहेंगे आभा जी, कौन है हम? क्या बताएं हम क्या है? हम तो तब कह सकते थे कि हम ये हैं जब हम वो नहीं है. एक तभी है जब दूसरा है. जब दूसरा है ही नहीं तो एक का क्या मतलब? Can you say this is one compared to what? तो कंपैरिजन ही नहीं है. Then and people say they keep on talking so much, so long. Why do you speak so much? इतना क्यों बात करते हो? And I say simply, why not? This is the space I become myself. Because I know people are not sitting there judging me. Neither I am sitting and judging what kind of questions you are asking. I just find this space to interact. And you have been asking na, why he has not been interacting. He said, let's talk. 146. You want to feed? Feed. अभी कितना मनमोहक कहानी था नहीं आभाजी कि कृष्ण बैठ के सुबह सुबह खिचड़ी खाते थे। अब देखो तुम जो खिला रहे हो खा ले रहे। उल्टा बोल भी रहा है, अच्छा भी है कि नहीं? तो सोचो, have I come for you or you have actually called me down? Have I chosen you or you have chosen me? Am I here to liberate you or you have chosen your path to liberation? Whatever you say. Truly think of a thought. Who am I? उषा जी शायद कुछ बता पाए। वो बोलते कभी तुम कृष्ण दिखते हो, कभी शिव दिखते हो, कभी ये दिखते हो, कभी वो दिखते हो, कभी माँ दिखते हो, कभी पाप दिखते हो, क्या क्या दिखते हो। मैं बोला जो आप देखना चाहो मैं वही हूँ। What else would there be? It's as simple as that, Alibaji. Because I am not here to complicate things this time. I'm just here to uncomplicate everything, as simple as that. I said, इससे सिंपली तो आपको बताने वाला कोई नहीं है, बताएंगे भी नहीं। I remember that story, like that there was that son who left the father and took his share and went off. Last में जाके वो like he was in the butcher's place जहाँ पे that pigs were there and he used to get peanuts. You remember that story? And he used to save that peanut so that when it becomes handful that day I will eat, but he could not because the pigs would eat it up, throw it away. Then one fine day the father was again going and he asked, my son, what have you done to yourself? Come back home. And then I asked, will the son go home? It does not matter whether the son goes or not. My question is, are you coming home or not? So people say, okay, so you are the father? I said, yes. The way you want to see me, that's it. Now people are again questioning me. Who was that person who was doing the process there on Shivratri? So that was also me. Then who was that who was sitting in the pizza corner and eating pizza? I said, that's also me. I just become what you want to see. That's it. But so thankful to you people. You have truly taught me how to love. I can say that. How can you become everything like this? In so many ways. In so many ways. I say, wow. And I came to learn this from you. ये सीखने आया हूं मैं आपसे। सिखाओगे ना? थैंक यू। ढेर सारा धन्यवाद। विद्या जी से एक पर्टिकुलर चीज सीखना है, वो उस दिन आए नहीं तो वो इमोन के थ्रेड सेरेमनी में थोड़ा टेम्परेचर चेंज करवा देते थे, वो आए नहीं जानबूझ के, चलो ठीक। वो सिखाते भी नहीं हमको कि कैसे बदलना है। Okay. So I believe I have answered you in many possible way, in a very simple way. कोई मंत्र नहीं, कोई तंत्र नहीं, तो फिर गा लेते यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत। तो सर भाई तुम फिर आ गए ना। But I can say one thing. उसने कहा था कि यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत, और उसने कहा था कि जब जब धर्म की हानि होगी मैं आऊंगा, लेकिन मेरा आना कुछ अलग है। It might have happened that I have called you a million times, you have not heard it. But if you call me once, I will come running. That's my commitment. So it is not yada yada hi dharmasya only. It's every time you call me. I'll be here. Don't worry, I will be there. Not to show magic, not to show miracles, but just to be the way you want me to be. I don't think like you can give anything more than that, and I can give anything more than that. बाकी सारी चीजें हो जाएंगी, एवरीथिंग विल हैपन एनीवेज। गॉड मोड है ना, so we'll all enter into that God mode and change everything. So don't worry. But thank you. Salia ji, I believe like I was able to answer. I could not choose better words. I just chose simple words. And I think you can define me that way. अगर किसी दिन और फिर से क्वेश्चन आए कि आप कौन हो, फिर पूछ लेना, फिर बता देंगे। तो मैंने कहा ना कि आप जितने बार बुलाओगे मैं उतना बार आंसर दूंगा। वो कहते ना कि दिस इज वो एक वन साइडेड लव स्टोरी नहीं है ये। इट्स जस्ट दैट अगेन लाइक पीपल से जेंडर, तुम वहीं रह जाओ, तुम वहीं रह जाओ। You have not transcended it yet. It's not beautiful? Yes. Somebody says like, is she beautiful? No, she is beauty herself. Meditated. That's what I am. But thank you. I don't know like how to thank you all. But I just say this. Thank you. फिर गौतम बुद्ध की वही चीज याद आ जाती है कि शब्द बड़े कमजोर है। चलो वही कमजोरी का सहारा लेते हुए इतना ही बता पाए, बाकी एक्सपीरियंस कर लेना। अलीबा जी, ज्ञानगंज में कुछ चीजें हैं, चलो उसको और बताते नहीं, यू शुड एक्सपीरियंस दैट समडे। आई वुड लाइक टू I don't know why this. Okay, might be someday we will meditate together. And although you are not able to see it at a physical level, I will take you there, all of us. You go and you see what I say is exactly the way it is. Then you would see some seats are vacant there. Because those people are here on this planet now. And it's amazing. So Haribhai already visited it, it seems. So this time Haribhai will take us. लेकिन हरिभाई खुद गॉड मोड में है. वो दिखाई नहीं दे रहे, देख लो. But all that will be, is all me. Don't think that I'm not your troubles also. I'm that also. Because now, if you think that I'm also your trouble, you won't be worried. Okay, यही है क्या? चलो ठीक है, ठीक भी कर लेगा तो फिर. यही दिन है, यही रात है. He is the darkness and he is the light. He is the moon and he is the sunlight. That's it. यहाँ अलीवा जी, आपके एक सवाल को मैंने बहुत खींच लिया शायद. Yeah, literally 15 minutes. No, not 15 minutes, at least 25 minutes. Chalo. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Maharaj. धन्यवाद.
I believe like answers to all those things. And yes, now as it was asked, like this Sunday we'll be speaking of the 9 different kind of problems or the 6 different kind of problems that stop you. जो सुनील जी ने पूछा है कि वो 9 हो सकते हैं या 6 हो सकता है या उससे ज्यादा है, जो कुछ भी है. We will try to get a session on that. What are the things that stop you from getting liberated? Okay? So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the way you are. सुधाजी कहते thank you अलीवा जी for the question.
योनी का सवाल था. So thank you, Sudhama. Thank you, Mahadev.
Thank you for waiting to listen. So till we meet again, or rather I can say till I meet myself again, through different ways, looking at myself through different eyes, experiencing me through different ways, times. I will wait for that. Till then, Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. Har Har Mahadev.